Do you think the U.S. should embrace socialism?
Yeah, I'm a Marxist.
Yes.
No, I don't think socialism is good.
When everybody's feeding into one cause, which is like healthcare, education.
At the expense of who?
If it's the rich, it's the rich.
We're from Bolivia, and it's impacted our country negatively. So I think, in my opinion, I'm not a huge fan of extreme socialism.
The girl before, this girl right here, talking about, well, if it's the rich, it's the rich. No, it's actually everybody. That's who gets impacted. So they're asking a good mix of people. Let's move on to this self-proclaimed Marxist.
Capitalism is a plague and will kill everyone, even the people that benefit from it.
Can you describe why?
Are you familiar with the image of Ouroboros, a snake that eats itself? It's an accurate representation of how capitalism thrives on the extraction not only of the labor of workers in the first world, but especially of the natural resources and the labor in the third world. And when that resource runs out, bourgeoisie will turn on it themselves and eat each other.
It's really interesting. It sounds like he's just describing Chairman Mao's Great Leap Forward. I mean, that's really what that sounds like. Hey, I guess everyone's going to die and we're all going to eat each other because of capitalism. That's his selling point. We'll see if that holds up with what the Hispanics have to say.
I feel like a lot of people like the concept of socialism because of equality.
That it doesn't work, especially on these days. You have Venezuela, you have Cuba. I'm very sorry.
And use like the Scandinavian, let's say, economist concepts, then I feel like it's not a bad idea at all.
Okay, say you're a millionaire and this person only has a couple $100s. What if they take your wealth and spread it between two people so they both have equal amounts of money? Are you okay with that?
No. I am not okay with that.
It didn't take much for that kid to change his mind. Good pushback from Malik right here. Pretty basic concept though, right? But as soon as he actually listens to it and says, okay, I don't know if that's quite what I'm looking for. Now, you did hear him, this student, kind of leaning towards the Scandinavian countries. A lot of people bring that up. Those are not socialist countries. And we'll probably hear more about that. But they often bring up examples that aren't even socialist countries. Maybe at one point they were more socialist, but largely most of them have moved much more towards a kind of capitalist economy because that's actually how they get things to run and pay for their social programs that they do have. I will say, one thing that's kind of scary about this video is it's incredibly easy to go out and find college students that think that socialism is a good idea, even on the most extreme ends. We have polls coming out. There's countless polls about this. I just pulled up one from Newsweek reporting on it showing that 54% of Gen Z, ages 18 to 24, hold negative views of capitalism. Meanwhile, just 42% of the young generation view capitalism favorably. This stuff is not happening on accident. There's a handful of reasons why. I mean, geez, they look at the world crumbling around them, how generations before them have been just destroying the country, and they're going to have to foot the bill. That's just one reason, one basic reason why they don't have a favorable view of capitalism. But of course, they grow up with TV shows, movies, education system that's just objectively anti-America and anti-capitalism. How else do you think they're going to end up? They're going to these liberal college campuses and that's all they're hearing around them. I mean, this stuff is not a surprise. It's actually more impressive to me if you come out of that system a conservative because it shows that you rejected the systemic left-wing agenda.